So today I went for a run, ran from my house. I ran into UCD, I ran around UCD for a while, then I ran back home. On the way home, I actually stopped off in Deer Park. I ran like a loop around there, and then I finished off in Deer Park and I walked home from there, which is not far. Like it's probably like a 5 minute walk from where I live. So, but for the first mile or two, for the first 2 miles, my splits were slow. All right, now I've already made a video about that with my Garmin watch, but where I talked about all the splits and stuff, but I don't know if I'm going to upload that or not, but we'll see. So I was running, and the first mile I ran 7:54, the second mile I ran 7:40. Now, a bit on the slow side, I know, but I was running through trails, forests in UCD, University College Dublin. For those of you who don't know what UCD stands for, maybe if you're from like abroad or whatever. So yeah, the trees do interfere with the signal. It's just like common sense. It's a fact. All right, it happened to me before. I went to Marley to do a session with the athletic club, and people using their Garmin watches, and they were supposed to be hitting like 5 minute mile pace. They'd be hitting like 6 or like 5:45 because they were running through forests because it was very windy that day, and my coach wanted us to run through the forest and the trees so we get a bit of protection from the wind. But still we couldn't get an accurate indication of how fast we were running because the trees interfered with the signal, and that's. I guess that's a flaw of technology, but I don't think it's too bad. I've no problem running through forests. I still think you should run through forests anyway. When I first ran the athletic club at 15, we'd often be running through at 14, we'd often be running through the forests. Sometimes we'd actually play like manhunt in the forest, stuff like that. So yeah, that was good crack, stuff like that. So yeah, I enjoy doing that, but like we don't really run through the forest anymore. We like when I'm training with the senior squad, we always run away from the forest out in the open, because if they're probably afraid, oh, if I run through the forest, then my splits on my watch will be slow, and then I'll look slow on Strava or something. That's stupid. Like it doesn't matter. It's an easy run. Really, the pace kind of matters, if you know what I mean. But it's different for different people. Like for me, like 8 minute mile pace is too slow. I want to be running, maybe at least 7:30 at the slowest, I'd say. For other people, my standard 8 minute mile pace is fine. So do you know what I mean? So it's just about running at a pace that helps you improve yourself as a distance runner. So so you shouldn't worry about like what Strava says. Like if you're doing 8 minute miles and all your easy runs, but you're getting down to like 13:40 for a 5K, then you shouldn't care. If it helps you improve, do it. If you know what I mean, and just run through the forest if you enjoy it, and forget about the watch. Know that don't look at the watch when you're running through the forest. Just try to maintain the same kind of effort. If you know what I mean, and don't be so egotistical. There's too much of an ego with these people. Even in my athletic club, when they're running up a hill, like they'd be hitting like say 7 minute mile pace on the flat, and they start running up the hill. They'd be running at the same pace. They try to hold the same pace going up a hill. And like then you're just working way too hard going up the hill. You're fucking working almost anaerobically. And it's just ridiculous.